Good morning, everyone. Today we will be seeing JavaScript, arrays in JavaScript. See, array is a user-defined or non-primitive data type used to store a collection of elements in a single variable. We are gonna create arrays in four different ways. That is using array literals, using spread operator, and using array constructor and array of and array from factory methods. The first one is using array literals. An array literal is the easiest way to create a JavaScript array, which is a comma separated list of array elements within square brackets. When we will be using whenever we want to have a collection arrays, whenever we want to have a collection of elements to be in the stored in the same variable. At that time, we will be making use of an array. So the syntax goes like this: let array name equals to. See, the items goes in between the square brackets separated by commas. So this is the declaration of an array. Array name has to be given. Okay, let array name equals to, let array name equals to, and the items. So here, if you see, for example, let empty equals to square bracket. In this way also we can create an array. The name of an array is empty, and it has no elements as of now. We can add elements to the empty array also using push method. That we'll be seeing in the next slides. And the second way of declaration is the let primes. The elements are defined here itself. That is, I have given an array with 5 numeric elements. And the third one, it is, if you see, here are the elements of different various types. 3 elements of various types, they are separated by commas. Okay, this is a floating point or a numerical data type. This is boolean and this is string. So the values in an array literal need not be constants, they may be an arbitrary expressions also. So these are the few more examples of an array. And spread operator, the second way of defining a array, that is to create a new array using an existing array. Whenever we have an existing array and we want to add it to the next array, add it to a new array, then we can make use of a spread operator. With spread operator, this becomes much more easier if an array literal symbol is no longer sufficient. Here, spread operator, how are we going to make use of is, it will be allowing us to quickly copy all or part of an existing array or object into another array or object. If you see, this is an example. Constant parts is an array which is having 2 elements, that is shoulders and knees, that is a string elements. Two string elements are there in the parts array. Constant lyrics equals to head. I am adding using an spread operator, that is 3 dots. Spread operator of parts array and the other 2 elements of the lyrics array. So if you see, this array will be head, the 2 elements in parts, that is shoulders and knees, and the other elements of lyrics will be given. It acts as an it operates. This spread operator works on any iterable object. Here, the array constructor, using an array constructor, this is another way to create an array. See, it will be invoking a constructor in three different ways. This is call it with no arguments. Let a equals to new array. We are using an array constructor and assigning it to a variable called a. Okay, this is new, means we are creating a new array for a. This method creates an empty array with no elements and is equivalent to our array literal, that is empty. See, call it with a single numeric argument. Whenever you are declaring an array like this, let a equals to new array, I have given 10. That means here it is saying uh, the length of an array is 10. And here, the third one, explicitly specify 2 or more array elements or a single non-numeric element. If you see here, let a equals to new array 5 4 3 2 1, the five elements I have given numeric values, and the other two are the string elements. We can give a non-numeric elements also in the same array. As we are declaring a variable to be let, it will be accepting. The other two ways here: array of, array of function. This addresses the problem of array constructor, that is a factory method that creates and returns a new array using its argument values. Okay, is, if you see here, array of, this is equivalent to arrow element and creating a empty array. It returns empty array with no arguments. Array of 10, this is equivalent to the, this one element, single numeric element what we have given. It can create arrays with a single numeric argument. And array of 1 to 3, this will be creating an array with elements 1 to 3. Here this one element will be created. And array from static method, it creates a new shallow copied array instance from an iterable or array like object. This method is used to create new array instance from a given array. It is also a simple way to make a copy of an array. That is, let copy equals to array from the original array. How does it work? Let's see an example. Let text equals to web technology. Constant my array equals to array dot from. I'm using this static method here from this variable, from this text. Now the text is been converted into an array. That is, what is given in text is web space technology. The whole string values are being converted into array elements, that is WEB space and the technology letters separated by comma. Okay, array length property is also there, which describes the number of elements that are there in that array. Constant clothing, I gave four string elements in the clothing array. Here I am trying to get the length of the clothing array. So I want to print it on the console, that is clothing dot length, which gives 4, as it is having 4 string values. Okay. And reading and writing of array elements. An array element in a JavaScript is accessed by referring to the index number of an item. If you see here, a reference will be created. See, let a equals to world. This is this starts with a one element array. Okay, let value equals to a of 0. That means it reads the element 0, zeroth element in the value array. Okay, and a1 equals to 3.14, that is, it writes in the element 1, the value will be 3.14. The value of a of 0 is value. Okay, and here it is 3.14. Here it is I, here I am declaring I equals to 2, and ai, that is a third element, as it starts with 0 1, and now it is 2. The third element will be 3, and here 3 plus 1, that is fourth element is hello. Okay, and here it is giving, it will be displaying this four elements of an array. Okay, so read element 0 and 2, write element is 3. How are we reading? We are reading element 0 and the second element. Okay, the second element, read element. Okay, so 0 and this one we are reading, and these are we are writing into the array. So the other example is where my array equals to new array of consisting of four elements. My array of zeroth element is A, C, S, D. So when I am declaring where I equals to 3, where the year equals to my array I, console.log, it is the year of the year. If I have given my array I equals to 3, that means the fourth element, as the array starts from 0 1 2 3. So the fourth element, it will be giving the fourth element, that is 9, sorry, D. For loop in an array JavaScript, you can use for loop to iterate through the array, and each element can be accessed by its respective index. So if you see, this is the way how the for loop is given: declaration, condition, increment or decrement operator. I'm putting scores array with 6 elements, and I'm trying to print those elements through the loop, iterating through the loop. Okay, and one more loop, that is for in loop. It is an easier way to loop through arrays, as it gives us the key which we can now use to get the values from our array this way. So I in scores, how many elements we have declared. According to that, from the a 0 it starts and prints till the length of it. And using the for of statement, the for of statement can be used to loop through iterable objects and perform the required function. See, for score of scores, console.log score, that will be iterating through the loop and till the length of the array. Array destructuring is means extracting multiple values from data stored that are stored in the objects or and arrays. Destructuring syntax goes like this. Just check the example. Yeah, we want to read from the array, the elements of the array. Let array equals to John and Smith. Now I am destructuring assignment, that is, let first name and or surname equals to array, and I want to print that first name and the surname. Those, the values will be assigned to the first name and the surname, that will be printed. Okay, so here is the destructuring using a function also can be done. um, it is always possible to return an array from a function, but array destructuring makes it more concise to parse the returned array from functions. If you see, go through the example how we destructuring. See, function array, here it has to return the three elements. So as I want to destructure it, so I am giving xyz as the three elements to this array, and I am asking to print those xyz values. So it will be printing 100, 200, 300. Okay, and multi-dimensional arrays are also possible. That is, we can nest an array in an array. So this will be increasing the dimensions of the array. That means we can have a 1D, one dimensional array, two dimensional array, three dimensional array, like that multi-dimensional arrays we can create. How are we going to read it? We know one dimensional is, we directly say it to be as an zero, zeroth element, one first element, second, sorry, zeroth, one, two, a of one, a of two, a of three, a of four. Okay, and in 2D, this is, here we are going to have a, this is zero and this is zero. So this is a zeros and zero. A zero, zero is one, a one, a one means this row, and two means this row, this record. Okay, these are the columns. So this is the zeroth column, first one column, two column. So array 2 0 means 7, array 1, array 1 2 means 6. This is 0 1, no, this is 2 means 6. For array 1 and 2 is 6. So like that it goes with three dimensions also. See, JavaScript does not provide any built-in support for multi-dimensional arrays. There is no direct way to create a multi-dimensional array. Instead, we have to create an array using a nested array. Okay, so the above code will be creating a multi-dimensional array with two nested arrays. So accessing elements in JavaScript multi-dimensional array, we can try, as we have seen, how are we going to call the elements, or how are we going to print the elements, or when it is multi-dimensional. Here is a two-dimensional. As we know, this is the zeroth record and this is one. So 0 0 is 1, 0 1 is 2, 0 2 is 3, 1 0 is 4, 1 1 is 5, 1 6 is 1 3, 2 is 6. So console.log, I want to print array 1 and 1, 1 comma 1. That is, 1 means here, and here 1 goes with 5. So output will be 5. We can add and delete elements using push or splice methods. Push method will be helping us to add elements. See here I have used array push. So for this it will be pushing the other elements to make it three dimensional. Okay, and splice method will be helping you to add the elements as well as remove the elements. Splice method, here we can use to add the elements or remove the elements also. Thank you all, keep learning.